Welcome to Reinventing the Arena, the podcast that guides you through the powerful journey of aligning, embodying, and rising into your most authentic self. We dive deep into the transformative power of doing the inner work because the most important relationship you have is the one with yourself. When you align with your authentic self, you naturally attract the relationships and experiences meant for you. I'm your host, Molly Conley, a coach who's passionate about helping you uncover who you truly are using human design, NLP, and self-empowerment tools. Here we explore the art of aligning with your authentic self, embodying your highest potential, and rising above old patterns to create a life that resonates with who you truly are. Whether you're seeking deeper fulfillment in love or your personal journey, this space is designed to inspire your evolution. Together, we'll explore self-discovery, share transformational stories, and uncover the energetic shifts needed to create the love and life you truly desire. This isn't just about change. It's about fully stepping into who you were meant to be. So lady, align, embody, and rise. Welcome to your journey of self-transformation. Welcome to Reinventing the Arena. Why, hello there, lady. Welcome back to the podcast. Whether you've been listening all along or you just found your way here, I am so grateful that you pressed play. So today we're talking about a part of transformation that often gets skipped, sometimes rushed, or is, easily misunderstood, and that is integration. This isn't the aha moment. This is what comes after. It's the pause, the stillness, the quiet, slow unfolding of where real change takes root. And as we move through this episode, I'm going to be sharing a few powerful stories from my current clients, each of whom is in their own unique integration season. Because real life transformation and integration doesn't always look like what we expect, but it always matters. So let's talk about what integration really looks like, why we resist it, and how your human design can show you the way you're uniquely built to process and live into your own growth. Real transformation doesn't end with the insight. It actually begins there. Integration is where your nervous system or your body catches up with your soul, where your body starts to live the truth your mind really just uncovered. It's where everything slows down. And that slowing down is sacred. It can feel confusing, anticlimactic, and for some of us, it can feel like failure. This is because we're so conditioned to believe that action is proof that something is working. But integration, it's often invisible. It's rest. It's reflection. They can even be those gentle shifts where you hear or even feel that you're not who you used to be. One of my current clients has been revisiting some moments from her past. Ones that she saw were mistakes. And her inner critic used to be loud and harsh. But now she's choosing to relate to that inner critic differently. So she's integrating these lessons from those moments without spiraling into self-criticism and self-blame. And then from that place, she's making new choices, not from fear, but from clarity. That's what integration can look like. But why do we resist it? So let's be honest here. As women, especially in Western culture, we are constantly taught that our value is tied to doing. We are taught to keep moving, keep performing, keep showing up with answers, goals, checklists, the next steps, being everything for everyone and maybe nothing for ourselves. Even when we are healing or growing, we can end up applying that same pressure to move faster, to feel better, to have it all figured out. But skipping integration is what is going to keep you stuck and keep you repeating the same patterns over and over and over again. Integration is actually the space where your new identity anchors in. It's where your body says, I am safe enough to do the things differently now. Another client of mine has recently found out that she will be let go, and she is in her final weeks with this company that she's been loyal to for over 20 years. As she begins this transition, there's been these emotions that have been coming up, such as grief, anger, and even resentment. So instead of pushing them down, she's allowing it to rise up. This is integration too, letting emotions move through you, honoring the end of a chapter, even if it's challenging and difficult, because it's making space for what's next. This doesn't always feel productive, but it is deeply powerful. So what does integration really look like, even past these client stories? So like I said, it's more than just that aha moment. It's the slowing down. It's reflection. It's examining our thought patterns. It's witnessing your mindset without judgment. It's observing your emotions in a more detached and compassionate way. Sometimes all of that brings up more emotions, which is part of the process. Honestly, this is one of my favorite parts of coaching, which is walking someone through their integration, because it's not a single moment. It is not a single session. It is a process. And as you trust the process, you begin to trust yourself. Another client came to me feeling stuck in fear. She really wanted a different life, but every time she would approach a decision around that dream, her emotions felt blocked. Like she couldn't even access what she wanted. What was happening was that her fears were keeping her safe, but also keeping her small. She's now beginning to integrate her personal desires and challenge those fears one moment at a time. Not by forcing herself through change, but allowing herself to feel those emotions again. Integration also becomes even more powerful when we bring in human design, because now we're not just looking at what's shifting on the surface, we are going deeper into how your natural energy wants to evolve. It's one of the most powerful tools I use with clients in seasons of change. So your human design doesn't just tell you how to make those aligned decisions, it reveals how you're energetically built to move through life, including how you integrate. Let's start with the ones that I brought up the most on the podcast, which would be strategy and authority. So if you have emotional authority, integration is going to require time and emotional clarity. Maybe you have sacral authority like me. It often knows in the moment, but it still needs space to respond instead of react. If you have splenic authority, it's intuitive, it's quiet, which means integration may require solitude. Maybe you have mental or environmental authority, which means that your space and environment are key to what is getting processed for you. But beyond that, there are deeper pieces of your chart that show you how you move through those seasons. So let me share some of my own, because these also have been recent for me. Human design has multiple layers, and I have shared your energy type, your strategy, your authority. I have discussed maybe a few other intricacies like your centers and what those mean. But moving in deeper includes discussing things like your arrows, your profile type, and even getting into your circuitry. I have individual circuitry. This means I am not here to follow trends, follow proven formulas, or even ABC how to do books from other people. I am here to transform within and then let that ripple transform outward. I'm also a 3-5 profile type. That means I learn by living. I'm here to experiment, to try, to stumble. And then I share what I've learned, but only when it is aligned, not on demand. That means my integration periods sometimes look like failure on the surface, but they are actually the source of my wisdom. Because I'm not here to teach from theory, I'm here to live it and then become a mirror of what is possible for you too. So if you're in a quiet season, if you're not producing or doing or launching or figuring it all out right now, you're not behind. Maybe you're integrating. So another client this week found so much clarity through a core values process we did. She came to me with a variety of things on her to-do list and could not choose which one had a higher priority because, in her opinion, they all were the same. And that included everything for staying in her current corporate job to returning to her freelancing position to even starting her own business, helping her husband run a business. There's just numerous things on the table. And as we worked through her values, we saw that fear was showing up in full force. But through that process, we saw how deeply her values were aligned with her vision in one of her choices. That awareness shifted how she related to her fear and reprioritized what she really wanted. So now she's integrating that insight, not by charging forward, but by anchoring into what truly matters and holding herself through that process. So integration, like I said, it often looks like rest. It looks like saying no, journaling for clarity, but also for witnessing your thoughts and your emotions, which is going to allow you to choose differently in small ways. It's not always a big move. It's noticing, honestly. It's noticing that you didn't react this time. It's noticing that you caught yourself and chose presence. It's, I felt more grounded in that decision. So whether it's approaching your inner critic with more compassion, honoring grief, facing fears, or anchoring into your values, these are real signs of integration. It's not always dramatic, but it's always transformative. This is how change settles within you. As I come to an end of this episode, I just want to be transparent. This show is going on a pause. Brad and I are taking a much needed vacation, and I'm giving myself space to be fully present in this chapter, in this season of my life, to integrate, to rest, and pour into my current clients. And honestly, I know that goes against a lot of like what I mentioned before, to do all the things and be all the things for everyone. And it goes against everything what people think about being a business owner and running a business. But I know what I'm designed for. My chart shows it, my energy confirms it, and I trust it. Right now, I have 2 private one-on-one coaching spots available for the rest of the year. If you are feeling pulled toward a deeper energetic alignment filled with self-trust and sustainable transformation, this might be the invitation you have been waiting for. You can book a free connection call to see if this is going to be a good fit for you. There's no pressure, just a space to explore. And if now isn't the right time, that's okay too. You can still stay connected. You can do this by joining my email list for weekly reflections and updates. You can download your human design chart. You can explore past episodes and even blogs on Rise, or simply take what has resonated and let it work for you in the background. So thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And thank you for honoring your own path, even when it's quiet, because you are still transforming, even in the stillness. I will see you when the time is right. Thank you, lady, for joining me on this journey of aligning, embodying, and rising into your most authentic self. Remember, the most important relationship you have is the one you have with yourself. And when you do the inner work, you naturally attract the love and life meant for you. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to rate and review the show. Your feedback not only helps more women discover the power of self-transformation, but also helps us grow this community. If you're ready to go deeper and align with a relationship and life you truly desire, I invite you to explore my coaching services. Together, we'll use human design, NLP techniques, and self-empowerment tools to help you break through old patterns and create a life that resonates with who you truly are. Visit reinventingthearena.com to learn more and take the next steps in your journey of self-discovery and alignment. Until next time, lady, keep aligning, keep embodying, and keep rising. Thanks for listening to Reinventing the Arena.